Hey Crosspoint, how's it going today? It's Monday, March 16th. Wanted to give you a quick update on where we're going over these next few weeks. Before we do that, man, it was really cool to see so many of you online this weekend joining us through our virtual platform, through the service experience, the video cast, as well as our children's experiences. Today, we've had over 500 views on our worship service, along with about 100 views in our kids' environments, and our CSM experience just got posted. So if you have students 7th to 12th grade, check that out and engage with that with your students. Now, as great as it was to see you online, we know it's not optimum, though we feel this is best, as many churches are doing, as we're all doing our part and trying to be good citizens as we try to rid this epidemic, to rid this virus out of our community. Now, speaking of that, we made the decision earlier today based on the CDC recommendations and the recommendations from our governor earlier today, as well as our president, that we are going to go virtual and do online services for the next 8 weeks. And so at this point, that is going to be our plan in order to try to remove any kind of large gatherings, as this is so essential in us getting a handle on this virus and removing it by social distancing and having very minimal contact. And yet at the same time, we're going each week to be presenting and providing online video services as well as kids environments for you. Now, we hope that it's less than 8 weeks, but at this point, that's our plan. We're going along with what our leaders are asking us to do, so that we, probably the 98% of us that really may not be significantly impacted by this virus, and we may get it, but we're changing our patterns to protect the most vulnerable in our communities, so that we can be good neighbors, so that we can love our neighbor as ourselves. And so it's not optimal, but this is what we're going to be looking at over the next few weeks. Now, in addition to that, with some of the new regulations and recommendations coming out today, we are also going to be closing our Commons Coffee Bar as well as our office, so that we can allow our team to work from home as much as possible. And this allows them to stay well and to, again, not be carriers or to share this virus, should any of us get it, but also to not have a space where that could be shared. We're only going to have essential staff for production for both kids and worship experiences in the office. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not working. We're going to be working. In fact, our team is going to be available to meet with people virtually, to text, to email, use the email button for prayer, the email button for care on our website. There's going to be some other avenues for you to connect with our team that you will see here before long. But we want you to know we're working behind the scenes and we're available, especially if you're struggling just getting through this, or if you need to talk to somebody, or if you just need to be encouraged. Don't hesitate to reach out to us by email or through these buttons. Now, small groups. We've been encouraging groups to meet at their discretion, but we are going to be asking groups to go virtual and go through online portals. And so you're going to be receiving information later this week, if you're a small group leader, on how to use one of our platforms that we can provide to you, so that you can meet with your group through a online portal. If you have access to those, go ahead and do that. But we want to encourage social distancing. Everything we're hearing is that gatherings need to be 10 people or less, as well as really trying to keep as little people-to-people contact with others who could be carriers as possible, because we never know when we're carrying. Yeah, we are made for community. We need community. This virus is striking at the core connective tissues of our environments. And so it's going to be critically important that you spend some time checking in with your small groups, checking in with your neighbors. That doesn't necessarily mean going over and knocking on their door or just showing up at the door. It might mean texting them or calling them or virtually connecting with them or virtually connecting with your small group. But we need to stay in community, so we encourage you to do that. And small group resources will be online for all of our groups as well. Last, I just want to thank you for your generosity. For you to continue to give and support Crosspoint is huge. We have a high percentage of online giving, and yet we realize that as the economy ebbs and flows, as jobs ebb and flow, and as our work patterns and our living patterns change, that giving may change as well. But we just want to say thank you for continuing to support the ministry that we're continuing to do. Over these next few weeks, we're really going to be primarily having an online ministry, and we're going to be working behind the scenes to provide additional tools that currently aren't there for you in terms of how to connect with small groups, but we're getting these in your hands. And I tell you, our team has just been fantastic. I'm so proud of how quickly they've turned and made some of these experiences possible. In fact, let me just tell you a quick story. This past week, when we made the decision last Thursday to no longer go with a live service on Thursday evening, we had about 4 hours till the start of what service would have been that night, and our team turned and pulled in the appropriate people and resources, and we had people dropping things so they could come and capture video. And it was just a powerful moment as within 4 hours we turned to be able to capture that service, produce it, and actually send it out to you on Sunday so you could have a worship experience along with others, as well as kids' experiences from our team leaders and our volunteers who made that happen. So this is the church being the church. This is us meeting the needs of the community. We're also in touch with community leaders, and we're asking the question, how can we help? And we're looking for ways to either utilize our building while it's idle, or to align people and empower and equip and deploy people to actually meet the needs of people that do have needs in our community. And so you will be hearing more on that as we go through the next few weeks. But know that we look forward to seeing you online. We miss you. We're happy to talk with you through web portals, through email communication, to care as much as we need. Don't go through this alone. Make sure you're staying connected. Reach out to us if you need to. And beyond that, stay well. We're praying for you. We're praying for our community. We're praying for our world, and that through this, people will find their way to God and lean into Him in an entirely different way. So prayers go with you. Have a great Monday evening, and we will be in communication with you here shortly. Take care.